Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, Shinrin Yoku, and Yurt Life, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Sunday, March 10th, 9 p.m. Mountain Time 2024. A massive filament eruption earlier today sent a huge amount of plasma with this coronal mass ejection out towards Mercury, and thankfully not towards Earth. Keep calm. It's boom time. Millions from New York to Boston face tropical storm force wind gusts from winter storm through Monday. This is the third storm system in a week to impact millions of people across the region. But unlike the previous two, there is enough cold air in place that has allowed for, quite a bit of snow to break out. In fact, winter storm warning for 10 states as heavy snow hits New England. And the snow continues to add up in the mountains through Monday, a foot or more of additional snow possible in the northern mountains by Monday night. Over here at the snowfall analysis from the last 24 hours ending at 7 a.m. this morning, you can see already a foot on the ground in many regions of Vermont and 8 inches over huge swaths of the Adirondacks, the Green, and the White Mountains. And with another foot or more snow possible, that's good news for the ski resorts through the spring. A robust severe storms will spark flooding concerns and travel delays for the southeast later in the week, and we'll show you those models in just a moment as we head on to the forecast. Winter storm moving through the northeast U.S. Front batters the northwest U.S. A winter storm will shift across New England and into the Canadian Maritimes into Monday, and we'll get to that, with gusty to high winds, heavy coastal rain, and hazardous seas, and heavy snow downwind of the eastern Great Lakes and over the mountains of New England. Another two fronts will move over the northwest U.S. Sunday and into the middle of the week with gusty winds, heavy low elevation rainfall, and heavy mountain snow. Ho, ho, ho. Frost and freeze warnings up for the south, specifically central Alabama, and it looks like portions of northern Georgia. Heed the warnings and take in your sensitive plants. Here is the GFS model, and we're going to run it through. You can see the lingering snow in the northeast is going to be moving offshore completely by Tuesday. And you can see these systems coming into the Pacific Northwest over the next few days through the week. Here is what is going to develop by the end of the week for the Four Corners region. This dark blue area looks like it could be some record-breaking snow for the southern mountains, as it's going to last for 12 hours there. Hours of powers, and the snowfall totals is showing well above 4 feet of snow for that section of the southern mountains in Colorado. As I've said before, Colorado, March is the biggest snow month of the entire winter for Colorado, and you can see why what's developing here through the end of March. Some heavy snow. Let's walk it through for you. Here is Monday through Tuesday morning. Heavy snow for the Pacific Northwest, the Sierras, all the way down the Cascades. Additional snow for New England, especially in the ski resort regions and those higher elevations. Looks like Vermont is going to be the big winter chicken dinner here, with an additional 16 inches on top of already a foot in many areas. That's a big one. Let's walk it through Tuesday through Wednesday. That's where the snow is going to drop down to the Four Corners region in the west, bringing some more high elevation snow for Idaho, western Montana, western Wyoming, parts of Utah. And as we progress here Thursday and Friday, this system is going to bomb out in the Four Corners and literally bring a slathering of the global warming goodness for northern New Mexico, northern central and southern Arizona. How do you like them apples? And system after system showing up, bringing heavy snow to eastern Canada, which has already been completely flabbergasted up in New England, is specifically Newfoundland, on what's happening early this spring. Let's take a look.
A lingering winter storm has walloped parts of eastern Newfoundland, dropping more than 75 centimeters over a 2-day period. It has caused several cancellations and closures. It's the second storm to bury parts of the region in less than a month. As NTV's Beth Penny reports, today was spent digging in and digging out.
There's a car under there, somewhere, buried under more than 70 centimeters of snow in downtown St. John's.
Right now we have about a full car length left to shovel until we even get to the road, and it's up past the doors of the car, so we're going to be here a while today.
The storm rolled into the region Thursday evening, and the snow just kept falling. By Saturday morning, residents in eastern Newfoundland were faced with clearing massive amounts of snow. The capital and surrounding areas buried under roughly 75 centimeters. All city facilities are closed and buses canceled.
It's pretty crazy, almost like Snowmageddon.
That's something a lot of people are saying. Today's scene reminding many of the record-breaking blizzard back in January of 2020, a storm so fierce it was given the nickname Snowmageddon. The Canadian Armed Forces were sent in, and the city of St. John's was in a state of emergency for about a week. But this video of people snowmobiling down the road is from Friday night. This latest storm to slam the region brought the city to a standstill and had some taking advantage of the quiet streets. And you can see how selfless people are in the St. John's area today. We spoke with a number of people who aren't just working to get themselves dug out, but they're helping their loved ones and neighbors as well.
I think we're going to go shovel out my grandmother and then probably go help his parents shovel too, so we're going to be at it all day.
All of the residents have either been helping each other or been asking to help each other. And that's what we have been doing as well.
I have that house over there, that house.
And what kind of response do you get from your neighbors when you help them out like that?
One of my neighbors actually gave me a Tim's gift card, so that was nice.
And this
Tim's gift cards all around. Now the bad news is there's more snow. Heavy snow coming for this region of Canada in the coming weeks. And we showed you those models. Look at some of these heavy totals for Eastern Canada. Absolutely off the charts. We're going to be seeing some record-breaking snowfall because of that extra hunga-tunga moisture that's in our stratosphere. Seismic update. No quakes of note. Some interesting rumblers happening around the United States. I'm sure raising some eyebrows, but all normal activity worldwide. As we keep a close eye on the Reykjanes Peninsula, it looks like the eruption there is more and more magma pushing into this magma chamber. So the next phase of the eruption could be a big one and could happen in the next 3 days. Worldwide volcano news update. Semeru volcano explosions continue from the summit crater Ibu to 7,000 feet today. Sakurajima back into the nomenclature with an 8,000-foot puff. Popo to 23,000, still remaining active. Santo Vito to 13,000 feet today. Sangay to 20,000. Holy macaroni, Reventador, 14,000. Sabancaya, 20,000. Fuego to 15. Nevado de Ruiz to 19,000. And that sums up pretty much a normal day on Earth. Space weather news update for March 11th. Take a look at that. We had a pretty high-level M-flare, M7.4, earlier today, followed by a higher-level C-flare. Both of these coming from the only active region with large enough sunspots right there that is turning away from the disk. So the Earth-facing quiet held true, and now as this sunspot group is moving away, active region 3599, it's kicked off a few solar flares, including an M7.9 and a high-level C flare. Now, none of these have produced coronal mass ejections, and none of them are headed our way, but earlier today, take a look at this. Holy macaroni. Let's move this through. Oh, what did I just do? All right, bear with me. There it is. Let me try to line this up for you guys. So this is a massive filament release from the sun earlier today, just about 15 hours ago, and it released a huge amount of plasma, all of it. Almost none of it fell back into the sun, but this is from a filament that was not Earth-facing. In fact, it was sitting up here just as it turned around the limb and is now headed directly towards Mercury. But a huge coronal mass ejection, had this been facing directly towards Earth and this occurred, we would be seeing some significant effects, including not only KP9, geomagnetic storms down to the equator, but maybe some communication issues and some other things potentially frying. So still at solar max, and the possibility is still there, but the Earth-facing quiet is keeping us in the game. Oops! Reining in ships' sulfur emissions made the ocean a lot warmer, and that led to fearmongers capitalizing on the data. But what they don't tell you are the facts. In fact, a good friend of mine that I've known for quite some time emailed me from wherever they are, I don't know, Washington or Oregon, and they were like, is it true that the ocean has spiked in temperature this much? And she sent me a graph. And yeah, it's true. Every single day for the last year, North Atlantic sea surface temperatures have been reading new all-time highs, record highs, completely off the charts, and it's adding fuel to the fire for the climate alarmists. That is 365 consecutive days of record water temperature. That has to be bad, right? Well, according to Earth.org, it means coral reefs are on the brink of bleaching events and where everybody's going to die and we're all going to die. But the reality is that they changed emissions. So it's actually the greenies themselves that have caused this warming. They banned a type of sulfate-rich fuel, which caused ship tracks in the Atlantic here, which literally blocked the sun for decades, and they completely removed them. And now they no longer exist. So these ship tracks are no longer there. And if you don't have clouds blocking the surface of the ocean from the sun, what do you think happens? The ocean rapidly warms. The unintended side effect of cleaning up the air has been accelerating global warming effects. Yes, it's true. A major example of this can be seen in the banning of high sulfur emissions from cargo ships. That sulfur emitted from ships was joining with water vapor to form quote-unquote chemtrails, which are not chemtrails, they're condensation trails. But I do digress. But with all of those new regulations, this doesn't happen anymore. And the sun is blasting the ocean. And that results in warming. Yeah, the warmest the ocean has ever been since the regulations went into effect. And those are the facts. It's not you, it's not CO2, it's the green movement banning ship tracks. How do you like them apples? Here's some more insanity. Scientists uncover the secret driver of climate change. Wait a minute, I thought it was us. I thought we were all bad people. No, scientists have discovered that viruses infecting microbes can significantly impact climate change. Shut up, Al! Get in your hole! He loves microbes. Al Gore is a funny one. Won the Nobel Prize, claimed that the Arctic would be ice-free, and the Arctic has more ice than it did back in 2005 currently. Should he return that? I believe he should. Now, recently, February 15th of 2024, a paper was published by Dr. Theodosios Chatzistergosa, or however you say that, at the Max Planck Institute for Solar Systems Research. They claim to have undermined the findings of several papers that Willie Soon and his Siri Science Group have written. Here's the problem. They didn't do that. They're complete sharticles. And so what Willie Soon did is a response to the debunking. And it is like 100 pages long, and he wrote it in the last 2 days. I mean, it's insane. But we're going to link you below because Willie Soon is a good friend of the channel and an amazing scientist that does not rely on propaganda or funding to create his scientific papers, which means that they are based on science and data. When the other guys are, trying to toe the fence and do the other thing, ding, ding. Now, have you known, take a look at this. This is the first picture of the Sphinx when it was found in the 1800s. It was completely buried and looks nothing like today. They're definitely hiding a lot of information from us. And if you want to help the channel, support your sustainability, support your preparedness, and support your ability to survive and thrive in the future, check out and become a member of the Alliance of Native Seed Keepers. All you have to do is buy seeds. And they're the cheapest seeds on the internet, open-pollinated, non-GMO, heirloom, and from Native Americans. Hello! The Alliance of Native Seed Keepers offers the public the cheapest seeds on earth that are open pollinated, keeping our, well, this is our history. This seed is life. And without the ability to grow our own food, open pollinated, non-GMO, where we can save seed and pass it on to future generations to survive and thrive, we have nothing. We will be totally controlled by the multinational corporations. There are still 299 varieties in stock out of almost 500, 450. But that means that they're all still available. $2 a pack. If you buy more than $25 worth of seeds, free shipping. And then you put in 2024 ORP, and ORP 2024 is the coupon code. It'll be linked below, and you get an additional 10% off with the free shipping. So you could literally take a look at this. Buy 13 packs of seeds. It's $26. Get the 10% off by putting in the coupon code. It's $260 off. Comes down to $23 with free shipping, and you're getting a whole lot of food. Enough food to feed an entire block or your entire region of your community if you all work together. So this is the cheapest way to secure your survivability and sustainability into the future. And join us at the San Luis Valley Seed Exchange at the end of the month, March 30th and 31st, where Lee and I will be giving a talk on hops, native hops in Colorado, where you can go get it and the medicinal benefits. And we're going to be chatting with the public for 2 straight days, become hoarse, and give away free hop tea the entire time, plus free medicine. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video. We are shadow banned, and that's a fact, Jack. We need your help to grow, so you need to share this on your social media. Hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. Become a Patreon. Support the work we do and watch all of our podcasts in one place, commercial free. All for just $1 a month. Be safe. We love you. And that is a boom.